Gold just broke the support zone I've mentioned in my previous video. That was around 4140. But you need to understand, it was a break on daily closure basis, not on weekly. So it has definitely impacted the quality of support, but not 100% invalidated. Now, the previous week move confused many retail traders because gold and crude, they moved together in the same direction. And some traders got caught on the wrong side of the market. The truth is simple. We should follow the market, not fight it. Last week, I said that if this level breaks, the setup will change. Now it has happened. So instead of fighting the move, let's focus on the next opportunity. Let's get into the charts. So let's begin with dollar index, and I'm going to start on the monthly frame here, turn it into a line chart. I need to zoom in. So first, I'm going to mark Fib extension in the downward direction on the mega structure. So taking the high, low here, and this high as the lower high, so basically point C. So I'm going to apply extension downwards. So this is the first bearish extension applied on US dollar index on the monthly frame. Now we can add the vertical line here at the C point. That's it. And move to the next lower time frame, that is weekly. Now on the weekly frame, I'm going to add my next bearish structure here. So next bearish extension added. Let's change the color and add a vertical line here. So now it failed to hit the extension 100 of the next weekly downward structure. If I change it to candles, we may get more clarity. Yes, so on candle basis, it reached exactly. Now it is finding tough resistance to break around this area. So this is the level of 101.07. So US dollar index is range bound between 95.81 to 101.07. Now let's move to daily here. Now on the daily frame, I'll turn it back to line chart. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to focus only on the last leg up. So here, if you read the structure, we got the first move up, corrective down, then we got the impulse up, corrective down, and it ends with the last higher high. Basically, it completes the 5-leg structure with higher high and bearish divergence on the top. And the sellers, they broke the structure level. So this is the first corrective leg down. So this is the bounce in the corrective leg. And now we are expecting the next move to the downward direction. So I'll be adding retracement here on the candles, and the retracement would be on the downward side. So connecting the high and low here. And this is the BOS in the bearish structure. So based on the daily structure here, I'm expecting US dollar index to march lower to complete the next downward leg as corrective and then bounce off. So in the short run, when the new trading week opens on Monday, the first direction anticipated for US dollar index is downwards. Now we need to understand that this is a very, very critical week because we have US federal rate of interest announcement and the first public announcement from Kevin Warsh. Now moving to 4H, now here on the 4-hourly frame, it clearly printed higher highs with lower high on MACD lines, and the sellers have entered into the market around this zone. So now we will expect a short-term bounce and continuation lower. So we are expecting short-term drop in US dollar index here. So assuming this is the high, I'm going to apply Fib extension in the downward direction here. So connecting A, B, and C in the downward direction. And the first target for US dollar index to the downside would be the break of structure level, that is 98.67, followed by 98.41. So this is the anticipated zone of support. And the next deeper one sits around 97.25. And with the help of volume profile, I'm going to add another conference here. So the volume profile hints exactly, let me remove the February retracement. Yeah, so the volume profile hints that the first support would be around 99.19 and the next deeper one sits around 61.8. So if it breaks the level of BOS here, so basically this low, then we will expect this as the next level. Now, it would also be 78 to 85 of this zone. So, in short, short term bearish pressure for US dollar index. Now, let's move to gold. Now, I want to start gold on the monthly frame here. I need to zoom out to the fullest. And on the monthly frame, I'm going to mark the last completed bullish extension here. So I'm saying this is the low which was printed in 2015. Then this is the high. So basically, this is the last completed high of 2020. And then the drop here, so which created higher low here. So I'm just focusing and I'm applying only one extension in the bullish direction here. That's it. So let's add our first Fib extension in the bullish direction on the monthly frame. So first bullish extension added. Let's change it to green. And now it's time to zoom in. So here I cannot add any more extensions. Reason being, I do not see as the completed top. So it is still incomplete unless I see MACD turning to red here. So I cannot apply. I cannot take it as the top here. So since we cannot count it as top, this is the incomplete point. So we have only low here. So next extension cannot be applied. And even on the monthly frame, we cannot apply the next retracement since point B is missing. So I'm switching to weekly frame here. Now on the weekly frame, I'm going to add retracement starting from the low of monthly. So this is the monthly low of the previous cycle, and this is the high here. So this is perfectly aligning with the top of MACD histogram, which means the weekly cycle here is completed, so we can measure it. So here starting and applying the February retracement here. So now I can see that the 38%, so gold has broken the 14.6 Fib retracement, and 14.6 is now acting as a resistance. The next major retracement was 23.6. So price level of 45.23 is now going to act as major resistance. And then the next retracement level is 38.2. So 3965. So in the coming week, I'm expecting gold to hit the level of 3965. This is crucial, 38.2 February retracement level. And the pressure is bearish on the weekly histogram here. Now I'll be switching to day chart. Now on the day chart here, I need to highlight the zones. So this is the zone of magnet zone of resistance here. Then I can see here the next major zone falls in between this area, which is 4658. It is also acting as current resistance. And the next support is expected to be here around 3965, already highlighted. Let's highlight with green. And the next, if this level is breached, then the next major support on a higher time frame basis is the zone here. So this is the zone which ranges from 3509 to 3640. Now let's understand the price structure here. So this is the high and lower high, which is printed exactly in the magnet resistance area. Now this is the first drop low, which is again in the magnet support zone. So it was support then, and now it is resistance. Then we got the bounce lower, so lower low. So we have now sequence of lower highs and lower low, and this is now our major lower highs, the latest one. So let's apply the extension here in the downward direction. Start from the top. So adding the first bearish extension on the candles. So first extension in the downward direction added, and it's time to bring the vertical line on point C and measure the next extension downward. So connecting the next one now. So now I can see a zone is formed here. So this is the temporary support zone. Now I need buyers to give the proof that they want to take the control of the market. So the onus lies on the buyers to prove that they have to break the resistance around this area. So this is the area which falls in between 4686 to 4666. So unless I see on daily closure basis that the resistance of 4658 to 4686 is convincingly broken, any bounce from the current zone would be taken as corrective. So if I see any bounce here, it should be taken as corrective. And before moving higher, I'm expecting 3965 to be hit in the current week, in the coming week. Now it's time to move to the next lower time frame, that is 4H. Now let's understand the price structure on the 4 hourly frame. Even on the 4 hourly frame, now this is the last high which was counted on daily basis. The structure remains bearish. So this is high and low. This is again a lower high, a lower high, and a lower high, and this is a lower low. Now I do not see any bullish divergence between the last two lows, which means there is a high probability that the bounce should be short-lived and then sellers should continue in the downward direction. Best case scenario, if I measure the drop from this zone to the current zone, which is incomplete right now, then I will apply fib retracement starting from this top, which is at 4892 or 4895. Imagining the current low as the ultimate low, then buyers need to break the resistance above 4706 to 4765. So the first major level is 4660. Prior to that, we have 4560, 4459. So these are all major resistance areas. So unless I see a convincing breakout in the bullish direction, means I need to see a daily candle closing above 4660 and then 4706. Any bounce should be taken as corrective, and I'm expecting it to create a lower high and then continuation lower. Now the validation of continuation lower would be the break of 3965. This is 38% zone. So 3965 is the ultimate level of support here, and 4660 is the ultimate level of resistance here. Now I need to zoom in and explain the structure now. So starting printing your trend line here. So this is the top, this is the next lower high. So we should apply a trend line in the downward direction. So this is the major trend line. And then starting from this lower high, this is the next lower high. So this is the internal trend line inside the major bearish structure here. So in the short run, we can expect, because it is already oversold and I can see that bearish momentum is fading out, so we can expect a corrective bounce from this leg towards 4561 and then continuation lower. Now I just need to remove the retracement and apply volume profile starting from this high to the current low. Now based on the volume profile, I get to see a very strong resistance is formed around the same zone. So 4541 to 4600. So this is the confluence. So in the current week, if I see a bounce towards 4561, it should be taken as resistance. A rejection around 4561 will invite the sellers back in the market. If I see a retest of 3965 as support, then I will buy around 3965 with the target of 4500. If it hits 4500 first, and if I get to see a validation of rejection here, then I will sell around 4540 or 4500 with the target of 3965. If it breaks below 3965, then it will open the door for the next lower level, which falls in between 3568 to 3640. A direct closure above 4540 or 4600 will invalidate the bearish thesis here, and it will invite the buyers and it will give the confirmation of buyers coming back into the market. Now you need to trade cautiously. We have federal interest rate announcement coming up on 17th of June. Now, due to the US Fed announcement on 17th of June, I would not be coming back midweek with my live analysis on Wednesday. So my next gold analysis will be on the coming Sunday, the next Sunday. So this is the plan for the upcoming week.